Hey everyone, Hans here. Today I'm going to talk a bit about gradual changes and easy fixes by request. And where do you begin? There's so much to cover there, isn't it? I believe that the easy fixes are an unfortunate mindset of modernity, wherein people want something and it immediately needs to be presented in front of them, which is unrealistic of an expectation. And it is perhaps even a meme pathogen in and of itself, where people might say to themselves, if I just join this organized religion, that's political ideology, I follow this specific guy or girl, then everything will be resolved in no time. And they are all going to do it for me, and I will have to do nothing at all. Just show up and be a bit loud, dress up, or whatever it's gonna be. And I will say that the people who think like that, those that have talked with me, they have seen it in others or they have done it themselves, where for a year, 2 years, 5 years, a decade, 2 decades, they clung to a specific person. They clung to a certain ideology, a certain organized religion, whatever it was going to be, and the changes they had hoped would happen instantly never came. People who have spent like a fourth of their lifespan hoping that it was going to be all resolved instantly. Can you imagine that? Actually, I don't think there are. I actually think that there are some who are not going to have to imagine it because they've been there themselves. They are there themselves right now. It hasn't improved much in society, has it now? Since you've done that. Since you started believing that. So, that doesn't work. Easy fixes, it's just a fantasy, gets you nowhere. So what then? Well, what about gradual change? Gradual change in society, where do you begin? By yourself. You get better as a person. You learn to love yourself, or you come to work as hard on you as you need to start loving yourself. You will never be perfect, but you will get better, and that counts. A little bit stronger, a little bit more experienced, a little bit wiser, a little bit more dexterous, a little bit more cunning, whatever it is going to be. And then to be so good at being yourself and showing what you want to see in society by living it yourself, inspire others. You cannot force that. It will take time. But you can, of course, encourage others to say, you know what, I just started working on myself one day, and since then life has been going a lot better for me. Maybe you should try it too. I will help. That counts, And the easy fixes, well, they're gonna look very long in comparison if you embrace rather to work via gradual change. Did you know the anti-whites understand that? They do. They'll let it take centuries. Some of them, at least. They'll let it take centuries. Multiple generations. Relentlessly, slow and steady. Spreading anti-whiteism, and now it's everywhere. And if only, and here is the main thing, that is all based on lies, deceit, backstabbing, conniving against people that didn't even know that they were anti-white. Imagine, just people being, standing up for white well-being, standing up for their own gods, their own family, their friends. In the same way. it wouldn't even need to take as many centuries. Wanna know why? It's because we deal in truth, fairness, honesty. There is nothing to unveil about white positive people. Maybe some individuals who have walked on a dark path before, in their despair, in their depression, their pain, invoked by anti-whites. But that is something these people can, what you might call, decide to repent for, I suppose. I don't like the word repent. Just, I suppose, just, excuse me, a lot of tiny critters, parasites trying to get at me. We're all familiar with that, I suppose. Where was I? But to do right by yourself, and then in turn do right by others, and over the centuries, dealing with honesty. Yeah, that was it. Being honest. We can very quickly get things in order again. And with quickly, it's still gonna be a while. It's still gonna be a decade or 2, or 3, or 4. But I doubt, or actually I would say, I'm pretty certain that those of us that truly care about their own do not mind. Okay, we're gonna plant a tree. We will never eat its fruits. We will never lie in its shade. But our children will. Or, if not them, our grandchildren will. That is worth it. People who care will accept that. That does not mean that you will never see anything get better. Untrue. Simple example. You may not see the entirety of anti-whiteism vanish from the world before your final days in this life have come. Who knows if you who knows when you were born. But yeah, in this lifetime you're probably not gonna see all anti-whiteism vanished. But you're gonna still see some of it being undone, white erasure reversed, and you will see the benefits of that. You may actually come to live in a society where now where people is victimized, preyed upon by anti-whites. You may just see that the anti-whites will become, and this is actually something you already can see if you have eyes for it, become less confident. What's the opposite of confident? They'll become more nervous in spreading their message. They'll be tiptoeing more around what they're trying to achieve again. The violence in the streets may end. You will be able to see that. The victimization of white children in public schooling will end. That counts. And then we're going to see the results of those happy children unharmed by anti-whites. And it may all just start with you just picking up yourself and just start living the right thing and being inspiring towards others and encouraging them, helping them out if you want to. It is not gonna come from easy fixes. Who knows where we might have been today had we realized that 5 years ago. But we realize it now. It's like someone I recently met says, the best time for me to do my thing was maybe last year. The second best is today. That is a wonderful saying. I'm not quite certain I can mention his name, but I will if he watches this video and wants me to in the next video. Good guy. So yeah, gradual change or easy fix. Do you want to live a life of value? Do you want to be someone of value? I would propose that you approach the gradual way of things. You want to be just a cog in a machine that isn't going anywhere? Then hang on to those easy fixes. For me, it's all the same what people do. I just figure that those who really care are gonna make the right choices, most of them, and yeah, I suppose we'll see where it ends from there, or ends where it goes from there. But I am actually hopeful myself. A lot of people that have talked to me, they realize this, they are ready to give up on the ideologies and what have you, because that is not even the real reason why it all began for them. They just wanted to do right by their friends, their family and neighbors, and the people of the same descent, of the same bloodlines, the same biospirits that they have never met before. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is. So yeah, work on yourself, be able to love yourself, then in turn be able to be inspiring, then encourage others. And then these others in their turn will do the same. That is going to take a while. I've said it already. But it is the way forward. It will get things done, because there's going to be very intelligent people out there who will not be hampered by all these ideologies and what have you that they follow. It really gets in the way of people doing the right thing, usually. It really does. So yeah. Envision something for yourself too. Where do you want to be in 5 years? They ask that in companies, right? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be the staff manager or whatever the hell? You know, even now you start like the guy with the broom in the red and blue bucket or what have you. But not for yourself. You just look around your environment if it's a place where you want to live for the rest of your life or for the immediate future, well, what do you want to see around you? Do you want people to be happy? Do you want your people to be happy? Do you want to reverse white erasure? Be it genetic white erasure, economic white erasure, literary white erasure, cultural white erasure. All of these things, all of it reversed or undone, if it can be reversed. Sky, your mind is the limit. How then do you work towards that? How can you inspire the community that you see around you to be part of that? And you'll never ever need to convince them of any facts. You don't need to convince them of any ideology or religion or whatever person out there that pretends to know it all and is going to promise you all these same. I'm gonna keep it polite, but promise everything and then deliver nothing, or even less. Deliver nothing but wasted time and resources and energy. Yeah. And then if you do not need to do that now, you have far more time and energy to just inspire people to be right, to be good, to to be white positive, stand for white well-being. That's all we truly need in the end. It really is. And it is okay. No, that doesn't mean you need to follow a specific guy. Some people will say that, well, if you say these words, there is this guy that came up with these words, etc., or a certain group, and now we have to follow that. No, it's not a movement. It's a sphere. In a sphere, there can be many movements, or just people doing the right thing. No, with or without these same movements. I actually propose just to do right on your own. Without attaching yourself to any uniforms or weird rituals or what have you. Those are the kind of people that are trying to hurt us. Usually. Actually, mostly. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say for now on that. Yeah, and as far as improving yourself goes, I cannot specify anything because every person is different. Some are just naturally great cooks, others are great mechanics, and others are great truckers, and so forth and so on. Others are yet great farmers. Some are great at jumping, others at running, some at lifting. Some are great with math, others with language, and so forth and so on. So, that is something you kind of have to figure out for yourself. But I do recommend perhaps watching my last video from now in regards to depression and resolving that. You'll find some answers there perhaps that I won't be able to give in this video because time is running out on me. So yeah, that's all I had to share for now. I bid you all a good day. Think on it, especially if you're trapped in some of these easy fix lifestyles who don't fix anything. Go spend it somewhere else. Away from the easy fixes. Go spend it working on yourself and helping out those around you. And standing up for your people. And if your environment is really too decrepit, draw your conclusions there on what you can do. I can't say it for you either. Nobody can. But become your own agent, if you will. Reclaim your own agency in things. Do right. You're not just one guy or just one girl. No. You're someone that matters. If you choose to be. And with that said, you all have a good one and bye-bye.